You're about to spend $1,000 on a new dryer, and picking the wrong fuel source could quietly cost you hundreds every single year. Today, I'll explain gas versus electric dryers like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll know which one is actually cheaper to own over 10 years, and it's probably not the one you'd guess. So here's the situation. You're standing in the appliance aisle. Same brand, same drum size, same settings, but one dryer is $50 cheaper. You flip the tags, and one says gas while the other says electric. And you think, what's the actual difference between these two things? Visually, nothing. They look identical from the outside, but under the hood, they work completely differently. An electric dryer uses heating elements, big metal coils that get hot when electricity runs through them. It works on the same basic principle as a toaster. Your clothes tumble through that heat and come out dry. It's really that simple. These coils typically draw between 4,000 and 6,000 watts every single cycle, which is why they show up so noticeably on your electric bill. A gas dryer uses a small burner running on natural gas or propane. It lights a flame, heats the air, clothes tumble through, done. Same result, but a completely different fuel source powering the whole thing. Here's where it starts to actually matter. Gas dryers heat up faster, noticeably faster. Electric takes a few minutes to get the coils up to temperature. Gas hits full heat almost immediately, which means gas dryers typically run shorter cycles. A load that takes 45 minutes electric might finish in 35 minutes with gas. If you're doing 6 loads a week, that gap adds up across a year. That's roughly 52 hours of dryer time you're getting back annually. Time the machine isn't running, isn't pulling power, and isn't wearing down its own components. But here's the part that catches people completely off guard. And this is where the whole conversation shifts. You're not just choosing between 2 dryers, you're choosing between 2 separate utility bills, and those bills move independently of each other. One might spike while the other drops, and neither one cares about your budget. Right now, in most of the United States, natural gas is significantly cheaper than electricity per unit of energy. On average, running a gas dryer costs around 15 to 30 cents per load. An electric dryer on a standard outlet runs more like 40 to 65 cents per load. Over a year of normal household use, around 300 loads, that gap is somewhere between $75 and $100 in savings per year, just from picking the right fuel source. Do that math over 10 years, and you've saved $750 to $1,000 from a decision you made in 4 seconds in an appliance aisle. Except, and here's the plot twist, gas dryers cost more up front. The exact same dryer in gas versus electric? The gas version runs about $50 to $100 more at the register. And that's before installation. Here's where it gets genuinely frustrating. If your house already has a gas hookup in your laundry room, you're fine. Connect the line, you're done. But if your house only has a standard 240-volt electric outlet and no gas line nearby, running one costs anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on distance and labor, sometimes more. That's what licensed plumbers actually charge. And in dense urban areas or older homes with complicated layouts, that number can push towards $700 or $800 before the job is finished. So the calculation flips. The cheaper-to-run option just got $300 more expensive before it dried a single sock. If you pay $300 for installation plus $100 extra for the gas model, you're $400 in the hole before you break even. At $100 per year in savings, that's 4 years just to recover setup costs. And if energy prices shift in the meantime, which they will, your break-even point moves with them. This is exactly the kind of decision where people think they're being financially smart. But the actual math is messier than it looks on the tag. And here's the thing, nobody in the appliance store is going to tell you. Electric is getting cheaper. Not because electricity rates are dropping. They aren't. But because the technology changed. Heat pump dryers are electric dryers that don't use heating coils at all. Avenues, they work more like a refrigerator in reverse. Instead of blasting hot air through your clothes and venting that heat outside, they pull moisture out of the air and recycle the warmth. Same drying result, about half the energy. A heat pump dryer running 300 loads a year can cost 20 cents to 35 cents per load. In some cases, cheaper than gas. The Department of Energy estimates heat pump dryers use 20 to 60% less energy than conventional electric models, depending on the load and the model. The catch? They cost $300 to $500 more upfront than a standard electric dryer. And each cycle runs 15 to 20 minutes longer. If you're cranking through 2 loads on a Sunday afternoon, You'll feel every one of those extra minutes. For households with high laundry volume and strict time windows, that slower pace is a real daily friction point, not just a number on a spec sheet. But here's the thing worth knowing about heat pump dryers that most people skip over entirely. They don't need an external vent. Standard dryers, gas or electric, push hot, humid air out through a duct in your wall. Heat pump dryers handle moisture internally. That matters if you're in a condo, an apartment, or a laundry room with no wall access. Suddenly, the expensive option becomes the only option, and it's actually the efficient one. If you're playing the long game, dryers typically last 10 to 13 years. Heat pump numbers start looking very strong by year 4 or 5. So here's what you actually know now. It's not gas versus electric. It's 4 real questions. Does your house already have a gas hookup in the laundry room? If yes, gas is probably your best pure cost per load option. If no, factor in installation before you celebrate those future savings. A $100 a year win that costs $400 to unlock takes 4 years to go positive. That's not a bad deal, unless you move in year 3. How long do you plan to stay in this house? If you're renting or moving in 3 years, the gas installation math almost never recovers in time. Electric makes more sense and costs less to set up. If you're in for the long haul, gas or heat pump pulls ahead clearly. Do you run a lot of laundry or a little? A family of 4 doing a load every day benefits meaningfully from per-load savings. Someone doing 2 loads a week might never hit the break-even point at all. Volume changes everything. At 2 loads a week, you're looking at roughly 100 loads a year, and suddenly that $100 annual savings shrinks to closer to $30 or $40. The math that made gas look obvious stops looking so obvious. And here's the one question on that list that actually has a time limit. Is your area moving toward banning new gas appliances? Several cities already have, and some states are passing legislation right now. A gas dryer you install today might be the last one legally allowed in that home. That's not a scare tactic. It's a zoning and resale issue that affects real estate value and renovation permits down the line. Here's a recap of where the money actually goes. Gas costs less per load, but more to set up. Standard electric costs more per load, but $0 to set up if the outlet's already there. Heat pump electric costs the least per load long term, but the most upfront. And it doesn't need a vent at all. 3 different machines, 3 different financial profiles. None of them is wrong. They're just wrong for different situations. So 2 dryers, same drum, same settings, same logo on the front. The difference isn't what's on the feature sheet. It's the 10-year total cost of ownership, the hookup situation in your specific laundry room, and one question the person on the floor probably won't ask you. The dryer that's actually worth it isn't gas or electric. It's whichever one fits your house, your timeline, and how much laundry you actually do. Because none of those numbers are the same for everyone. Here's the question worth sitting with. Heat pump dryers are getting better every year. Gas infrastructure is getting more expensive to maintain and more restricted to install. Are we 5 years away from gas dryers looking like gas-powered lawnmowers? Technically fine, quietly becoming the thing you replace with something else the next time around.